Hey, welcome everyone. So, just a little bit of a switch up from what we were doing. Basically, I had less completion of the quiz than I was kind of hoping for. Not quite everyone was able to get it done, and for those who were able, to get it done on time, not very many people came in and asked for help. I only had 3 different people who actually came on into tutoring and asked for help in the last week. So I'm kind of switching things up because I'm worried that things aren't going as well. And basically, I got permission to try to keep things easier on you guys while this whole COVID thing's happening. So that's what I'm going to do. So today's lesson is a little bit different. All we're going to do is 2 things. So if you've already completed the quiz, then wonderful. Today's nice and easy for you. All you're going to do is check your work. You check your work, you show me that you checked it, take a quick picture of your work, and you're going to be done. Going to be nice and simple. If you were not able to get that quiz completed, then you're going to go through the best that you can. Maybe you should do it and then grade it. As long as you have something turned in on both of those assignments, I'll give you at least a 90%. Basically it's like a participation credit thing, just to make your lives a little easier. We'll have a new lesson, but it will only be notes, and that will be the second lesson. I haven't recorded those videos. I'm going to be a little bit behind this week because I had to switch up everything today, but that's just kind of how it's going to be. Anyways, let's get going. This is our very first graph. As a reminder, what you were asked to do was to sketch a graph of this guy. You have to identify the end behavior, the zeros, and respective multiplicities. So I do require you to write down those end behaviors and all those good things. So let's just start doing it right away. So let's do the leading term and end behavior first. So we can say that our leading term here is going to be x multiplied by x squared, which is x cubed. So, I don't know why it's bugging in and out like that. I'm going to go ahead and hit a button. It's going to be a loud beep for a second. I'm going to turn my mic off. All right, mic is back on. Okay, so anyways, we have this x cubes, and that is a positive odd, so we know that we are going to be looking like this from our little chart the other day. Our zeros in this case, if we wanted to write those down, we got x equals 0 from this guy, and then -5 from this guy, and this guy's got a multiplicity of 1, and this guy has a multiplicity of 2. We wanted to describe our end behavior, actually writing it out. We could say, we can do it in a couple different ways. Let's just do it the shorthand because it's the easiest. Say as x approaches infinity, f of x approaches infinity, and as x approaches negative infinity, f of x approaches negative infinity, because it goes up off to the right and down off to the left, and that is where we will start our graph here. So here we go, and I will switch colors for the actual graph itself. We are going up over here and down over here. We got zeros at 0 and at -5 here, so that's -5. And at -5, we are going to bounce off this axis here, and we're going to go through, cut straight through the axis at 0. So we're going to bounce off of this guy and cut right through, and there we go. Happy hunky-dory. So in terms of grading yourself, all I really meant was check your work, see if it lines up, if it matches, if it's close enough. If it's close enough, give yourself a star. If it's not close enough, try to figure out where you went wrong and just kind of correct it, and show me that you actually thought about what your answer was. That's all I'm hoping for. All right, number 1B, let's do this guy. Same exact process. Let's go ahead. We got that leading term right away. So our leading term is going to be -x squared times x cubed times x. That's going to be -x to the power of 6. So that's going to be a frowny face looking guy. So as x approaches, we got infinity, we got negative infinity. F of x is going to approach, f of x is going to approach, and in this case, they're both negative infinity on both sides here. Okay. Continuing on, we got our zeros, and we got x equals 0, -2, and 3. Again, it's the opposite of those signs. This one's got a multiplicity of 2. This one's got a multiplicity of 3, and this one's got a multiplicity of 1. Let's continue moving after that. Actually make the graph up. And again, we got to switch colors and we do the actual graph. I don't know why I completely switched colors the whole way through, but we're just going to keep this pattern up, you know. It's fun this way. All right, so we're going down on both ends of this graph. Okay, and we have zeros at 0, at -2, and at +3. So it's going to cut through at -2 and at 3, but at -2 it's going to cut through like with a cutesy little S, whereas at 3 it's going to go kind of straight through as it goes through. Like here it's going to kind of look like this, whereas here it's going to kind of look like that, you know, where it kind of smooths out. And again, the reason why is because this one has a multiplicity of an odd one that kind of makes that S, and this one goes straight through just a multiplicity of 1. And this guy is going to bounce off of this one. So we're going to go through here and then bounce and then bounce down. And in reality, would these two actually go the same height? No, it's not important. As long as they both go up, you're pretty much good to go there. All right. Continuing on. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video. I guess I'll mention it now in case you didn't read through on the other part of it. But my office hours, I'm changing up how they're working. I actually check my phone. I have my phone set to, you know, vibrate or whatever every single time I get a new email. So if you send me an email, I will show up to my webex tutoring hours within the hour, assuming that I'm not, you know, going grocery shopping or in the middle of a game or something like that. You know, I will definitely make sure that I'm showing up as soon as possible, because I'm pretty much just sitting at home watching TV or playing video games all day long. So even though it's not my official work hours, I have absolutely no problem showing up at 10 o'clock at night to help you out with homework or a math problem or whatever. So there's that, at least, just to let you know. Let's do this very last question. So our leading term here. So our leading term is going to be -3 multiplied by 5x squared multiplied by x squared multiplied by x cubed. So that's going to end up being, well, this guy's a 25, so it'll be -75. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. X to the 7th. So that's going to be like this. Working it out, we'd say as x goes to infinity, as x goes to -infinity, f of x going to go to, f of x going to go to, and because it's going up to the left and down to the right, we'll say -infinity for this guy and +infinity for that guy. Let's go ahead and make a list of our zeros. List of our zeros, we have the hard fraction one. It's going to be this guy over this guy. Change the sign. So we got 2 divided by 5 positive. We have 1 and we have -2. Please note that that -3 does not create a 0. It's kind of only important for the leading term, and that's the only part that matters for it. Creating our graph, switching colors. So we got a guy here at 2/5 and 1, which is like basically right next door and at -2. And this side going up, this side going down. And, oh, I didn't write the multiplicities. Oops. Let's go back and write the multiplicities in. This one has a multiplicity of 2. This one's got a multiplicity of 2. And this one has a multiplicity of 3. So at -2 here, that's going to be making that S again, and the other two bounce. So we got the S, got to go bounce, bounce, and down. And we're done. Hopefully you did well. Again, all you're just doing is checking your work and show me that you have checked your work. And if you are able to get that done, again, you will get at least a 90% on that quiz right away, depending on how well you did. I'll just give you at least a 90% just for getting it done on time. If you didn't get it done on time, I'll give you at least an 80%. But I'm trying to be as nice as possible with grades here. We'll have our new lesson uploaded soon enough. Again, I had to switch it up. Video is going to be a little bit late, but it'll be there sooner rather than later. Have a great rest of your day and have a good one.